here are our top 5 lightweight cross-country hardtails for 2021. As always, let us know what you think of our choices in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Specialized have been at the forefront of making some of the most exciting bikes for what seems like forever. So it came as no surprise to us when they released their new Epic Hardtail in 2019 with some impressive lightweight claims to match. How light, we hear you ask? Well, how does 790 grams frame weight and a 7.8 kilogram full build sound? Quite how Specialized managed to make such a lightweight mountain bike frame set, we're not so sure. Perhaps it was magic, or more likely some clever engineering. But safe to say, you'll be riding one of the lightest mountain bikes money can buy if you manage to snap one up. As always, while the Epic is light under your arm, that does mean it will be much heavier on your wallet. At the time of filming, the top spec S-Works model costs 10,000 of your finest pounds. And if you're wondering, that's about £1.28 per gram. As we've just mentioned, the Specialized Epic is about as expensive as a hardtail mountain bike can get. So if you're after something that's still lightweight and at a relatively affordable price, then the Radon Jealous 10.0 EA should be high on your list. The top spec Jealous has a claimed weight of 8.65 kilograms in a size small without pedals. For that you get SRAM's Eagle Access wireless group set, Magura MT8 brakes, carbon DT Swiss wheels, a Fox 32 stepcast fork and a high-end finishing kit. All this fancy gear will cost you just €5,329. Now, we say just, knowing full well that €5,000 is still a lot of money. But when you consider this bike costs many thousands less than the others on this list, then it could almost be classed as great value for money. It's worth mentioning the geometry might be deemed as slightly old school compared to the competition, with a steepish 69.5 degree head angle and a short 438mm reach in a size large. But if that doesn't bother you, then the Jealous 10.0 EA looks to be a slightly more affordable way to get into the sub 9 kilogram club. Not one to miss out on the lightweight hardtail game, Canyon released their Exceed CFR in 2020. As you'd expect, the numbers are impressive, with a claimed 8.9 kilogram weight for their top spec Exceed CFR limited model. What makes this even more impressive is that number includes a dropper post in the form of a DT Swiss D232-1. The debate on droppers in XC is still ongoing, but most riders are cottoning on to their benefits, even though they will add a little bit of weight to that ultralight hardtail you're building. If you want to know more, then check out the excellent test we did way back in 2016, where we tried to find out if you'd be faster with or without a dropper post. There should be a video card appearing now, or look for the link in the description. Elsewhere, you get a one-piece Canyon bar stem combo and top spec components from the likes of RockShox, SRAM and Reynolds. A bit like the Radon Jealous, we'd say the Exceed CFR sits on the conservative side of the XC geometry spectrum. But we're reliably informed a nice chap called Mathieu from the Netherlands has had no issues with his. And apparently he's won some decent races, so who are we to argue? Mondraker have long been known for their progressive geometry and a willingness to push boundaries of bike design, so it wasn't exactly a surprise when they released their mind-bogglingly light Podium RR SL in 2020. A size medium frame is claimed to weigh 775 grams, which makes it one of, if not the lightest production hardtail mountain bike frame available. Complete builds come in at 7.8 kilograms, which puts the Podium RR SL on par with Specialized S-Works Epic. Where they differ is in price, with the Podium being around £2,200 cheaper at the time of filming. That's enough for a couple of training camp holidays alongside your new lightweight hardtail. However, cost aside, if you're trying to decide between the Podium and the Epic, we think it comes down to two things. If you're looking for a bike with some added X factor, then Specialized is probably the way to go. While it's never cool to admit it, a bike's looks really count, and we think the Epic looks amazing. If you're after lightweight performance above all else, then maybe we'd recommend the Podium. Both bikes are claimed to weigh the same, and the geometry is similar enough that most riders would enjoy either bike, however. Our final pick comes from a lesser known brand, and if you manage to spot one of these XC bikes out in the wild, then count yourself lucky, as only 50 frame sets are made every year. Yep, that's one XC frame every week. The brand in question is called Unno, and they come from the mind of Cesar Rojo. He's responsible for some of the most groundbreaking mountain bike designs of the last 10 years, and was one of the original pioneers of long, low and slack geometry. So as you'd expect, Unno's XC bike, the Aora, is slightly different. For starters, the head angle of 67 degrees is just about the slackest you'll find on any proper race hardtail. And being able to develop and manufacture their bikes 100% in-house means the Aora weighs in at a pretty svelte 790 grams for the frame. The only sting in the tail is the price, with the frame set costing around the €4,000 mark. However, when you consider the amount of hours and effort that goes into creating one of these unique frames, and the fact that they're so rare, then the premium price tag starts to make a lot more sense. Have we missed any lightweight hardtails, or is our list just about perfect? As always, let us know in the comments. Finally, thanks for watching, and of course, don't forget to like and subscribe.